So we're making root beer today. It's a very simple process, really. It takes a while because it's basically like making a really strong tea with roots, hence root beer. And you have to let them steep for 2 hours. What I'm actually making is a syrup that you reconstitute with water, with sparkling water, and you end up with root beer, the sparkling root beer. All right. Root beer, because it's made with roots. Root beer became a commercial item in the 1800s, sometimes accredited to Samuel Adams, a beer maker, who wanted to make something for kids. And so he made a small beer, which is root beer. Small beer means it has less alcohol than regular beer. It did have alcohol in it, but just a little bit, and you'd have to drink a lot of it to get goofy. The fermentation usually, I'll take questions later, okay? The fermentation usually came from wild yeast that was just found in nature, usually from leaving the bottles of whatever they were fermenting open, and the yeast would just kind of make its way in there and it would start to ferment, and hence alcohol. Yeast plus sugar makes alcohol. But the stuff we're making, it's not alcoholic unless you put yeast in it, and you can do that if you want, that's fine. It's not up to me, I'm not doing that in the library. All right. The ingredients of root beer are a number of roots. Again, root beer. You bring the water to a low simmer and dump all these things in small quantities. 2 tablespoons of ginger root, coarsely chopped. Let's see. You see how organized I am. Got a tablespoon of sassafras. And you can change these ingredients up a little bit, make more of one kind, less of another to taste. Make your own distinct brand of root beer. Have a tablespoon of sarsaparilla. Have, I think it's like half a tablespoon of everything else, right? Yep. Burdock root. Licorice root. This stuff, actually, you're not going to find this stuff in the normal stores, most of it. You might find it at Whole Foods or Mariano's. It's a advertisement plug. I get paid for that.
Did you get your ingredients at home?
No, I got most of these things at on Amazon. Oh. I got the star anise at Mariano's. So yeah, Amazon allows you to find most anything nowadays. 3 of these pretty star anise pods. It's potent. Did that. Did I? Do sassafras? Yeah, I did. Green. Okay. So then you just bring this to a boil, a low boil, for about 15 minutes. After it comes to a boil, after it's been boiling for a little bit, just to get the heat into the roots, you take it off the heat and add all this sugar in and stir it in until it is dissolved. Now, we're not going to just sit here and stare at me while it comes to a boil and boils for 15 minutes, obviously. But I'll just add the sugar, because you can add it beforehand. It doesn't hurt it. And then you let it cool down to room temperature. You want to let it sit like that for about 2 hours. And then, like I say, you have a syrup. It's a highly concentrated root beer without the carbonation. So you just, at that time, add it to mineral water. You don't need a lot. The ratio is to taste, but usually I would add about 2 or 3 tablespoons to a glass. So you just put that in first and fill the rest of the glass in with mineral water. I brought a pre-made batch. This is about how much you get from this. I had a little bit left over, like maybe a quarter of a cup left over after I filled this thing.